Meteorologist Carrie Hall with an update on the storm and its track. Carrie.
Tom and Becky, now all of the roads are closed. Everything has been shut down. We're all at home, but that was not the case earlier today. Even with the winds blowing, this is our time-lapse camera at Woodbridge. You can see the flag just waving in the wind, and the snow is becoming a little bit more intense. It's harder to see out there, and that is what we will experience as we go through the night. So low visibility, gusty winds. So what classifies this storm as a blizzard? There are two things it has to do. It has to have wind speeds of over 35 miles an hour for 3 hours or more, and it also has to produce low visibility due to that blowing snow. It will be reduced to 1/4 of a mile or less as we go into tonight, and we're starting to see some bands of heavy snow. So what does that mean on the radar? We see dark shades of blue. The darker the blue, the heavier the snow, and that is what is happening right now in Bridgeport and just to the north, extending up toward the Merritt Parkway. And with this, we will see the potential of very heavy snowfall rates. And elsewhere, looking across southwestern Connecticut, a lot of heavy snow, and snowfall rates once again could reach about 2 to 3 inches per hour, and this thing is going to last for quite a while. We're seeing the snow, a heaviest snow band setting up just to the east of us, and that will be working to the west into our area as we go into tonight. So heavy snow lasting for several hours, gusty winds, and this is a very large storm that extends all the way out into the Atlantic, but the center of the storm is still very far to the south, and that is what is going to move closer as we go into tonight, with the winds picking up, the snow getting heavier, and just hard to get out and about if you have to. Of course, we are not advising that you travel tonight, but moderate snow through midnight, 4 to 8 inches in accumulation between now and midnight. And then we'll have the heaviest snow moving through between midnight and 6 o'clock in the morning. Blizzard conditions and 8 to 16 inches of snow. And then still more snow happening between Tuesday morning through noon. Moderate snow. It's not going to be as heavy, but still adding up quite a bit, 4 to 8 inches. And there is the possibility that we could see this snow lasting through at least tomorrow evening. So general snowfall totals anywhere from 1 to 2 feet. And then some locally higher amounts, especially in those snow drifts. That means the snow just blows and then kind of piles up in certain spots. We will have some very high snow drifts in our area, making things very dangerous as we get ready to clean up. And then some lesser snowfall amounts to the west. High tide tonight, about 4:30, and that is when we'll be watching the coast, because the tides will be at about 2 to 3 feet above normal, and that could cause some minor coastal flooding. Very cold as we clean up the next few days, only reaching into the 20s, lows dipping into the teens, and we'll be watching out for another system that may be moving in before the weekend. I'll have another look at the forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Before you leave us, Carrie, a quick
Yes.
question. As we've been talking to our crews who are spread out throughout the region, they've all said that this snow is kind of light and fluffy. But by the time people wake up tomorrow and have to deal with it and start shoveling it, it's going to be considerably more snow. Will it still be light and fluffy, or is it going to get tamped down?
It is still going to be light and fluffy, mainly because it is so cold and so dry, and that is going to cause it to be very, light and fluffy. I guess that's the best kind of snow to have to shovel as we go into tomorrow. At least it's not wet and heavy, and it's going to stick around for quite a while.
Carrie, one quick question. Oftentimes in the winter, when we can get into a pattern of storms. We've been very quiet up until this week. It sounds as if we're going to get into a pattern of snowfall. We saw some snow on Saturday. Here we are now on Monday. Are you seeing that in your long-range forecasting?
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like things are really starting to get a lot more active. I mean, look at the chances of snow between tomorrow and then again on Friday, and then maybe again early next week. It is getting very busy out there. We're getting to that time of year where we start to see wave after wave of these snow systems moving through.
Carrie, thanks very much. And Carrie will be back with us along with John.